Yes, friends, we've reached our final topic. We've come to the last topic of our operators, friends. This is what I call the increment and decrement operators. Up next. Oops, we wrote it wrong. So, what are these, friends? There are two operators here. One of them is plus plus, and the other is minus minus. Here's the logic, friends. Plus plus is used to increase a value by 1. And this particular operation is commonly used to precisely decrease a specific value by exactly 1 unit. That's the logic. That's it. Now here, I say S1 equals 5, S2 equals 8, friends. Let's see how it increases and how it decreases. S1. Actually, let's write it like this first. Let's call it S1. Sorry, let's write plus S1 and S2. S2 here and S2 there. Beautiful. Now let's get to it. Let's increase these. I say S1 plus plus. I say S2 minus minus. S2 minus minus. Now let's print these to the screen. Let's see what they came up with. I'm running it. I did S1 plus plus. It went from 5 to 6. I did S2 minus minus. It decreased. It's used to increase or decrease by 1. That's it. However, there is a significantly different situation present here. Here, it's used at the beginning. And there's a structure where it's used at the end as well. I hope you didn't think it was this easy. Now I will give you an example of using leading and trailing, and please try to figure out what the result is. Stop recording here. Try to find out what it is. Of course, I will describe it first. Then I call int result. Conclusion. Equals. Look carefully. I say S1 plus plus. I say minus minus S2. Of course, let's write a plus here too. It's not over. Minus. Minus minus S1. Minus S1 minus minus. Minus. Minus minus S2. Plus S1 plus plus. Plus. Plus plus S2. When we look at it, there is an interesting usage thing. Front use, side use. It's called prefix suffix. Okay guys, it's called prefix suffix. So, is there a difference between using it at the front and at the end? How is the result determined? Look guys, let me write this down as a note here. If it's used at the end, that is, if it's S1 plus plus, this happens first, guys. If it's used at the end, first the value, meaning the current value of S1, let's put it this way. First, the current value of S1 is active. Then the value increases by 1. If you do plus plus or minus minus S1 here, guys, first the S1 variable. Its value is decreased. So, when you use it at the end, you first take the variable. In the next step, its value will have changed. If it's at the front, first the value of the variable is decreased or reduced, and then it's used that way. Now, can you guess the result of this? Take a look and try to solve it. Then, predict the result. Yes, I hope you tried it. I hope you guessed it correctly. Now, let's see what the current values of S1 and S2 are here. Then let's look at what's next. S1 equals, and here, let's say S2 equals. What was the current value of S1 here? When we printed it on the screen, S1 was 6, friends. What was the value of S2? It was decreased. Here it was 7. Now look, right here in this operation, at this very moment, when you're doing the increment, what is the value of S1 at this exact moment? It's 6, my friend. At this moment, it's 6. The moment I exit, that is, leave this increment, what does S1 become? It increased by 1, so it became 7. The updated value of S1 is 7. I'm coming. The value of S2. What was the value of S2? It was 7. Because it's double minus here, it interacted directly. So, my friend, the value of S2 dropped to 6. Now, I'm continuing. Minus. What's the value of S1? Look, what was it? S1 was 7. What happened here? Double minus affected it directly. So, the value of S1 is 6. Then let's come here and write 6. Now I'm continuing. It says S1 minus minus. Did Sebel's value decrease at this moment? It didn't decrease. Here, it became 6. But what do I need to do here? I'm reducing it to 5, because in my next step, the value of Sebel will decrease. So what is the sec of Se2 here? 6. So is it reduced here? Yes, it reduces it because it is directly in front. So S2 became 5. S2 became 5. I'm continuing. I say plus. S1 plus plus. What is the value of S1? 5. So did it increase here? It didn't, my friend. 5. But I increased its value here. Why? Because in my next use, I'll see it as increased. So what is the value of S2 plus plus sec? 5. What is the value here? Because it has increased before, plus is ahead, or rather, it becomes 6 while it was 5. Let's make this place 6 then. Now, when I come to the screen and say S6, I write S1. S1 plus S1. Let's write S2 here, friends. S2, S2. When I finish the operation, S1 and S2 also become 6. Friends, what will the result be? You can already see the values here like this. Now, these minus 6's cancel each other out. This minus 5 and plus 5 also cancel each other out. I expect the result to be 6. I hope I didn't make a mistake. I just made up the numbers. Let's look at the result. 6. What were the values of S1 and S2, friends? They were 6. Normally, if you tried to do this, you probably would have made a mistake, but this is the correct solution, friends. In Java certification exams and such, you come across weird questions like this. They can try to trip you up, guys. So that's how increment and decrement work as well.